Hello, everyone! This is Wandering DM. I'm Simon, and we're playing Black Flag, our Rapscallion campaign. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Before we begin, I would just like to say that we are still gathering money, raising funds for the Bail Fund project. If you would like to donate to a very good cause for all the protests going on for Black Lives Matters, you can type in !donate to get the link in chat. Any amount that is given to the Bail Fund project will also go to altering the show and giving us advantages or healing or making life generally more difficult for all of us. You can check that out in the panels down below. Before we begin, I would just like to thank our sponsors very quickly. Mage and Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at store.mageandpress.com, and you can use code WanderingDM to get 15% off your purchases. I know that they're coming up with a new book very, very soon, a book that I had the chance to work on. So keep your eye out for that. Next up is Found Familiar, excellent coffee company. If you want to get some very, very tasty coffee, check out foundfamiliar.com. Use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your purchases. And if you order for $50 or more, you get free shipping if you live in the continental United States. Our other sponsors is, of course, Roll20. The virtual tabletop. Check them out at roll20.net or in the panel down below. If you've never played D&D or any other RPGs online, Roll20 is one of the best platform I have found so far, with over 2,500 hours logged on the platform since I started. And finally is our partners through the Diceomancy program, Level Up Dice. If you want to get some shiny new dice, I know that some restrictions over the COVID and everything are starting to loosen. Be careful, but perhaps that soon we'll be able to roll dice in person. If that is the case and you want to get some brand new dice, check out Level Up Dice with the purple torch down below or the link in chat. And I'm done with all the spiel. Let's introduce the cast for today's game. I'm Simon. I'll be playing Nathaniel, he, him, the swashbuckler who is now a mopey little boy because of failed past cons. I'll leave the mic up to our helmsman, who wasn't there last week. Hi.
I was there in spirit. Thragging in chat and Twitter and stuff today. I'm going to be playing Isaac Brown, and I'm excited to go to a party, I guess.
Next up is our dear captain.
Ahoy, mateys! Welcome to the greatest party episode. I am Alyssa Orzander Slavleton. I will be playing Captain de Rochefort, although in disguise as Captain Turner. And I'm looking forward to having a dance. And also, I'm going to put it out now. Someone please donate and force Isaac to take a bath. Thanks.
Up next is our Madelot.
That's me. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I'll be playing Josephine, the wonderful, innocent, sweet, naive, wants to hit people in the face with a pocket brick pirate. And maybe not as innocent anymore.
And next up, we have our resident witch.
Hey, I'm Shauna Flanksears, and I am playing Corinne, the ship witch, and hopefully get this group of pirates in shape for this ball, and looking forward to maybe a little bit of pretty supernatural powers being used, so we'll see.
And last but certainly not least is to wrangle all of us across the seas are the Fates. Hi.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone. We returned for another Saturday of adventure on the high seas, and today the adventure, as people have been talking about all week, is the eminent gala being hosted one by one Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla in his lavish villa in Havana, who people are pretty sure that that this is actually the person that our dear Josephine knows as Ignatius Steele, rumored to have be in possession of the last portion of the map needed to sail to find this pirate treasure hoard. Last week, there was some shenanigans involving a nun at a convent, failed attempts at romance, impersonating of a count, duels in the middle of the street, kidnapping of respectable captains off the streets of Havana. And discovering of adoptions, possibly? Noble titles, ownership papers, buying of parasols, discovering of emotions as well, tied to jealousy and desires to strike someone in the face with a brick. And you all kindly donated, so now Josephine has a weapon pocket brick at all times. But today, well, you had gotten yourselves on the guest list. Count Esteban de la Cruz and his associates are now on the guest list. And I believe you had headed back to the ship for the night, planning in the morning to rise early to acquire appropriate attire for this fancy gala at the hacienda of Ignatius de Herrera, Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla. And you had left Isaac in the care of Steve, your cabin boy, because he's more responsible than Isaac, apparently, when it comes to money. Or at least he follows orders better when it comes to money. But we're going to pan back the camera as the rest of you begin to rise for the day to see an image of Isaac and Steve returning to the ship in the dawn hours of the morning. Isaac, you had spent some time yesterday attempting to find your lady love. You had a name and the fact that she was at a convent.
Mm-hmm.
But you got slightly distracted in your attempts to discover the whereabouts of your lady love.
Sounds about right, yeah.
I believe you were attempting to ascertain the information of where she was from, directions, trying to asking people on the street. You decided to begin these asking of people at a tavern. There were drinks had. There were many drinks had. There was Steve attempting to cut you off from drinking because he said the captain said you couldn't have any more money. But that was your new friends decided that it was now their turn to pay for a few rounds, and then there was many more drinks to be had.
This is great, yeah.
And you spent the night in drunken revelry in a tavern on the dockside of Havana.
Did I sell Steve to anybody? Just get him shanghaied.
No, you did not. Roll me 3d6. You are staggering back on ship, and you feel slightly odd because you're at that level of woken up but still drunk. Haven't even gotten hungover yet. And you kind of stumble a little bit into the rail of the ship as you're walking up the gangplank, and you hear a sound come from your pocket.
Someone there.
There are 10 coins in your pocket that were not there last night. Because you were very sure you spent everything that you had, or that Steve would let you have.
Is Steve with me as we're walking back to the ship, or?
Yes, he's kind of supporting you.
Steve, I have some more money. We should go back.
Nope. The captain said we had to be back by breakfast. It is 5 minutes to breakfast. Therefore, we have to be back on time.
Are you sure she said that? Steve.
Yes.
Steve, do you know where I got this money?
I believe there was an attempt to sell someone that went very poorly, but you may or may not have picked someone's pocket at the time.
Everything is good then. All right, Steve, lead me to breakfast.
So the four of you, as you awaken this morning, would hear. Here's a question, Isaac. Do you return quietly to your ship?
No. I am probably very loud. Like, Steve, remember the song they taught us last night? The drinking song. The one where you just shout really loud.
I'm okay.
Let's sing it.
I don't think that's wise. Shh.
No. Steve, what do you do with the drunken sailor?
Yes, what do you do with the drunken sailor? Isaac. Back on
Drop him in
time.
along-
Just in time.
Yeah, I was here the whole time. Where are we, Steve?
We came back on time. It's not
good.
breakfast yet.
You are just in time. It's going to be a very busy day, and she gets real close to Isaac. She's like, we have a lot of work to get you presentable, so why don't you join the rest of us? You too, Steve.
Ma'am.
Because we have to make both of you gentlemen. I know that's going to be a very, very, very hard thing to do, so we have to start early, so shall we?
Ma'am?
Where are we going?
We have invitations to a ball.
Like a fancy ball, or we're going to see a round object?
Yes, we're gonna go see a round object, Isaac. It's made of gold. Yay, high. No, it is a fancy ball. As in dancing, ladies, gentlemen, food and drink, and things that you maybe, if you're very lucky, can abscond with.
Drinks, you say?
Yes. Rather nice drinks. And if you want those rather nice drinks, you're going to have to look the part. So, I'm sure the captain can give you all the details.
But why are we all going?
Because
it is just much easier to go down there.
Because it is Ignatius Steele's party.
Ah, the man with the thing we're looking for.
Yes.
Yes. Are you sure I can't get in like this?
Absolutely not. Not even as a servant.
We'll see about that.
I'm sure we will. Even if we have to use some unorthodox methods to get you presentable, we will get you presentable. Both of you.
I'm presented right now. I present myself when I do like a drunken bow.
Darling, we can't eat him. Right now, he has a job to do.
Sorry, Steve.
Sorry, Shall we?
Yeah, let's go to breakfast.
He's rather upsettable in the morning. I apologize.
Who is upsettable in the morning?
My beloved, of course.
Is he here?
Always.
Interesting.
She'll turn around, give you a smile, and walk toward the captain's quarters.
Yeah, wherever we have breakfast, I'll stumble over there.
Oh, I prefer. I'm going to have breakfast brought to my quarters, and a little bit for my prisoner as well.
Prisoner, right. So, most of you would eat in the galley, unless, of course, other people are eating other places. That's what a galley is for, or on deck. The captain has a prisoner of one Captain Jacques Cousteau, or at least that's how you know of him.
Mm-hmm.
Who Nathaniel defeated in a duel in the middle of the street.
I will also say that it's very unusual for the captain not to eat with the crew. It is very much a preference to be amongst the crew and keep a unified front. So this whole sitting privately in my quarters is very unusual.
So we'll pan the camera as Steve kind of quasi supports Isaac to breakfast. And following Corinne to the captain's quarters, where Captain Cousteau is currently, I believe, tied to a chair.
Corinne will knock before.
I'm only going to open the door a crack. I'm not letting anyone in unless they're has very explicit and express purpose. Yes.
Guess who decided to arrive on time? God's willing.
I'm doing the Lucille Ball, like peek through the
you can definitely.
the door.
I'm sure you smelt him before. Smelt them before they got in.
Probably vomiting over the side of the ship.
Isaac, did you have a good time on your adventure?
Steve is a total buzzkill. Never lets me do anything fun.
Steve, is that true? Did you not let him have any fun?
I stopped him at a certain point when you said the money was not allowed to have any more money, and I didn't let him try and sell me.
Seems like it was a fun time to me. Did you, you really did a number on yourself, my friend. Steve, if you would be so kind as to give Isaac an extra piece of gold and tell him to go clean up. We have a very, very busy day, and have someone bring breakfast for two to my quarters, please.
Ma'am, Captain.
Corinne, if you don't mind, I have some work to do before we
Yes, work. Of course. Sorry to interrupt you. Close.
Not at all, not at all. I'm just going to turn around back inside, and I am absolutely... He's comfortable, but he's tied up. Awake yet?
Oh, he's been awake for a while and just kind of glaring at you.
Are you going to talk yet? Is this going to be Is this the reunion you really wanted to have?
You're the one that kidnapped me.
You're the one that keeps trying to fight my crew at every moment.
He insulted me. I defended my honor.
Is it really an insult if it's accurate?
I don't know. I don't go around calling you a panty waist. Now do I?
No, because you know better.
I also don't go around telling everyone that you are obsessed with your own Commodore. Now do I?
I would hope
Or
not.
implying that you only got this position for, well, other services rendered.
We know that's not true. I got this because I earned it. Can't say the same for you.
I'm pretty sure I definitely owned my own ship.
Mm.
I didn't.
Is that so? Are you just mad because this ship was yours before we got it and now it's mine? Is that part of this for you?
No. I have a much nicer one now.
Oh, I've seen that painted waste you call a ship. Depressing, really, I gotta say.
And
It's
it
not
has
the
more
size
guns.
of the ship, is it, that really shows the captain?
The number of guns definitely helps, though.
Mm,
I could sink this thing in a heartbeat.
yeah, you can compensate for other lacking skills, I'm sure.
I haven't heard any complaints.
Mm, I don't think you're one to stick around and listen.
I quite enjoy my time. Takes time to do things right.
That's not what I've heard about your exploits, as it were.
I mean, I've heard things about you too, but I don't always believe them. I would never, in any way, shape, or form, credit anyone who said that you were, selling your services in exchange for property ownership.
Because it's not true. And I would think that you would know me well enough to know that that's not true. But your sister is here, isn't she?
This is a surprise to you.
Yes. It's very much a surprise to me.
Why? I did not think you cared.
She doesn't remember me, so I don't think she remembers too much of anything else. But most importantly, I think I need a favor out of you regarding your sister. I mean, it seems a forcible sit-down was the only way to truly get anything out of you.
You could have just let in. I still answer your letters.
Seems this is the more specific option. It seems that your sister has some sort of sway over a member of my crew in as such that I'm not entirely sure what their relationship is. But I found him at her convent. And it would be very convenient for her to forget probably everything to do with him.
My sister is a nun. I really don't think she talks to people. Well, let's rephrase that. She doesn't like to talk to people in authority who aren't God.
And yet, I seem to recall a version of your sister that was quite fond of being on her knees for more than just praying.
I don't insult your family now, do I? I have heard many things about your brother that would definitely encourage it.
You can say whatever you want about Frank. He can suck it, to say the least.
Well, that isn't what I've been hearing lately.
No?
Or that, no. Apparently, some people are definitely coming to him to suck it, though.
Are you surprised? He was never one to charm people into getting his way.
No, but apparently a lot more people are offering him services rendered. But he doesn't have to give a lot in exchange. I did hear, however, that he might actually have that fancy title he always wanted.
Seems that people do get what they want.
Hmm. Privateering apparently was very lucrative for the townhouse.
Pays the bills, doesn't it?
And apparently, for services rendered to the crown, the crown might render services in return.
I do desperately want to know more, but I have some business to take care of today, and I would like
Attending
to.
an event, perhaps?
An event makes it sound like it's not going to be fun.
For some people.
What do you know?
I know that a very large galère is raising a lot of money from our sister's orphanage. I know that some people have on the guest list and personal invitations. I also know that there are a number of people of note and, local dignitaries, one might say, who are attending the event. I even heard a rumor that certain members of the British Navy will be attending.
Maybe this will be more fun than I give it credit for. Well, if you know anything about I don't even remember how to say his whole name now. Counts, or Don Ignatius de Herrera de Seville, I will, I want to know more. And if you can get me close to him, perhaps I just let you go. And we just
Are we going to really play this game, or are we done with he kind of gestures loosely to the eyes on his arms. He goes, are we done with the trappings? Because we could just...
No, I like the trappings.
I'm done with them. And he kind of just shakes his arms and sits up and lets the ropes come down, as he's been spending the entire time you've been talking undoing the ropes from inside.
I thought I did a better knot this time. You solved that one a little quicker than I was expecting.
It's really not the big a deal. Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla has some very interesting contacts in Spain.
Oh, is that so? Is he, what's he like?
Powerful, connected, not noble but not royal, but he does not seem to care if anyone of the royals sees him or deals with him.
Charming, is he?
Older, is distinguished, known for his philanthropy, his dedication, and his ties to the church.
I've heard about those. Is he... Did you say he's an adventurous type?
No. Cautious. Controlled. Plans everything.
Well then, I have some work to do. And I have a feeling there's going to be a number of questions, so... Breakfast is coming. I have a crew to get cleaned up for said party.
Am I having a guest added to my list invitation?
Oh, I'm already listed as a guest, so... We'll see if you can at least get a dance.
He kind of stands up at that and does a very flourishy bow, and then would kind of over your hand, whether you really offer it or not, and then kind of spins you as he waltzes up not waltzes, because waltzing doesn't exist yet, but kind of spins
Yes.
you as he then proceeds out the room.
Captain.
Until next time.
Sure you don't want to stay?
No, I have other plans for the morning, but thank you for the kind invitation.
Yes. Well,
I'll be sure to let my sister know that you asked after her.
it would be better if she didn't know. I have a-
Yeah.
She might cause more trouble than she's worth for my crew, I'm afraid.
Oh, she could be very useful if you were polite, but I understand how that is overreaching your thought process. And he kind of bows flourishing again and closes the door behind him as he walks out.
As he does, it's like, she's the one that doesn't remember me. So, afraid of your god then.
So as the camera follows Captain Jacques Cousteau and his very less piratey, much more French Navy uniform out of the captain's quarters and down the gangplank, kind of just waltzing out down the street. No one cares. No one says anything. We pan the camera back to, well, where are Nathaniel and Josephine? What are they doing this morning?
I think Nathaniel is... Unless someone intervenes, Nathaniel would probably get ready for the gala tonight. Take his time.
Josephine would be at breakfast in the galley. She's got to crush up all those eggshells afterwards. It's very important. Someone has to do it, and Steve wasn't there. So, crush, 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 crush.
You're muted.
So Josephine is crushing eggshells. Nathaniel,
We only need one witch on board. I'm not having any more.
so Nathaniel, you're attempting to get ready. Corinne, you were plotting something and preparing people for this event.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you preparing? What are you doing?
She realizes that, we need to teach some people some manners and how to act like a lady of stature. So, going down to the mess.
Head down to the mess. There is Josephine diligently crushing eggshells.
Josephine. Oh, that's improper. You shouldn't do that.
I think she just. Good morning, Corinne. Crush, 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 crush.
Oh, so you're the one that's been doing that. Can you please not? Do enjoy walking barefoot and having to watch out for sharp little
I'll
eggshells.
sweep them up when I'm done. I just, compost.
Sure. But please, yes, either that or make Steve do it. But since we're at the table, I would consider this a teaching moment to show off the fineries of what you have, the requirements, the papers. But this is going to be a party, and unless we want people to think that something is amiss, you're going to have to act the part as well.
Oh, you're talking about lady things.
Yes.
Like how to be a Okay. She looks a little relieved.
What did you think? We're going to do a sacrifice.
Maybe.
Well, now that the captain has let that man go, I guess we're not doing that tonight.
Oh, good. Yes, lady things. So,
Yes.
like,
How to get dressed, how to dance, and how to conduct yourself at dinner.
you eat food.
Yes, but it's the way that you eat food.
Oh,
'Cause
I didn't have dinner very often before joining the crew, so you don't eat it like the crew eats it?
No, you don't eat it like the crew. The crew eats it a lot of times by just grabbing the food with their hands and trying to stab themselves with the forks and knives. And you don't do that. There is a way to go about these things. There's a hierarchy. That's the most important thing about these things. There's
What
a
if
hierarchy.
I just don't eat the dinner?
You don't want to appear rude, so there's no going to be easy way out of this. So before everyone's here, why don't we begin? First of all, we'll have these things. Pretend these are different forks and knives and spoons. And she'll go on like this for
Hmm.
an unbearable amount of time.
Stabbing,
This is
stabbing,
what this is for.
poking,
No,
eyeball
this is not what
scooping, no?
No. No, this is the one that you use for dessert. You keep that until later. You don't touch it. First of all, you let the host and people with better standings take the lead on things.
So just copy what the people around me are doing.
Yes,
I can do that.
The tables are laid out in a position, so you just keep an eye out for certain areas of the party and for the table, and just follow their lead.
All right.
A little after them.
Okay. Work your way inwards from all of these forks. Okay.
What small bites? Don't. You're here to entertain, not to feel like you don't want them to think that you don't eat.
By eating?
You're there to enjoy the company. And the food is just a benefit of it. So no matter how good it is, just the good idea is just to keep an eye on everyone. That's the easiest way. Otherwise, I had to go through years and years of schooling, as awful as it was. To learn
Years?
things, and you're gonna have to be a quick study on this. Yes, years and years. It was quite boring.
Can't imagine spending years learning about one thing like that.
Yes, well, and we had one thing we had to do, so we had to know how to do it well. So,
Right.
and as nice as all the bit dresses are, nice as all the fancy food, gentlemen, I do enjoy my freedom here, so I would not be able to walk around barefoot for instance.
Yes! Walking around barefoot is very nice.
Yes. Yes, but we'll as soon as we're done,
So we have to get shoes for the party?
Yes, we will
Is
have
that
to
what you're
get
saying?
shoes, and I will.
I haven't worn shoes
done.
in years.
We'll take you to get freshened up and dressed up, and I will do
What about
I will do your hair. How's that sound, Josephine?
She looks like she has
I haven't had that much
concerns.
practice in a while. I haven't had to do that for my sisters in years, and I miss them dreadfully. So
Are we going
be
to
nice for
curl
both of
it?
us. Yes.
Then okay.
Curl it, pin it, all the good stuff.
All right. And then you will teach me how to dance?
Yes, unless our handsome Nathaniel has
Nathaniel know
never
how to
done it.
dance?
I'm sure he does. I mean,
I don't want to step on his feet. I've heard that is something you don't want to do in dancing.
no, just the same with everything. Just follow leads. If Nathaniel's as talented as I think he is, he'll be a good teacher. And
He's
he'll
been a
just flow
very
through
good
it.
teacher for a lot of things so far.
Oh, I know. It's not quiet. Let's just say that. He's very talented, very well schooled in what he does.
Mhm.
You're very lucky.
I can spell my whole name now too.
Mhm.
That's a lot of letters.
Yes. Well, if this goes well, and you want to learn more, I have some books in my quarters that you might be interested in. It's good practice.
I should be able to read books soon.
Yes.
All right. Well,
No,
I guess I'll
You
go
are
get
going to be
Nathaniel.
much quicker than I think Isaac is. Isaac.
Is Isaac
Esau.
have to learn these things too?
Unfortunately, yes. As
We
much
can
as
learn
he doesn't want
together.
to. Yes, although I am not as. That might be something that Nathaniel has to do. I know the parts of being a proper lady. I am less.
Isaac is one of my best friends, so I'm sure he'll learn things very good.
Yes. And it'll also be good to maybe get his mind off of, his
Cakes.
love.
Oh,
You'll find someone at the party. Who knows?
that would be nice. He could find someone at the party, and then, yes,
And have fun.
so much fun.
Yes.
Isaac does like to have fun.
Yes. Well, Isaac should have fun without being a problem for the rest of us, so. Unless he wants bad things to happen, of course.
I don't
And
think
you
he
know-
wants bad things to happen.
And you know what kind of bad things I'm talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
Bad things.
Mhm.
If you're a good friend, make sure he knows that.
Okay, I'll go tell him right now.
Well, I have to get some books ready and
Okay. I'm going to go.
have a nice breakfast.
Oh, I will.
We shall have so much fun tonight. She'll walk away.
Let's
So
run to find
while
Isaac.
Josephine, you're going to pan the camera following Josephine as she runs to find Isaac, as Corinne is preparing books, and I'm assuming the beginnings of a shopping montage.
Yes.
Admittedly, it's tonight, so you're not going to have some time to have something full made. You're going to have to buy off the rack and hope for adjustments to
He's
fit.
going to be my little helper for this, a little, assistant
Yes.
for this trip, so.
Steve is probably going to
Yeah,
be...
Steve is going to come along and carry bags and things. The good thing is that we do have some things on the ship that could pass, that we could probably have fixed up.
We get
for-
our jewelry from our
Yeah,
ship
we
stash.
could get jewels. It's going to be the actual dress and shoes probably. Although I will say the captain is remiss to remove her boots. They are comfy, and
As long as you wear the skirt over it, no one would notice.
that's true. I'm wearing the boots. No one can tell me otherwise.
We pan the camera to Nathaniel, who... What is Nathaniel doing this morning?
Contrary to the player, shaving. Because I forgot the... So he doesn't have the stubble. He's waxing his mustache. Taking a bath. Going through his collection of perfume. Is that one part of my special stuff?
Yeah, I think you have that. You have perfumes and...
Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff. Pressed flowers. Oh yeah, jewelry. I don't have perfume, but I have jewelry. Going through, trying to match what he's going to wear tonight as far as clothing and accessories. He wants to send a message by how he dresses. Something along the lines of, I am open for business. Let's get scandalous, but in a very hidden type of way. If you want, you and I can skip out on this party and come back later.
So question, are you dressing as Nathaniel, member of the Painted Guild, or Count Esteban de la Cruz?
No. He would be in his Count Esteban de la Cruz persona. But the clothing, he takes very good care of what is revealed as far as how revealing his clothing goes. yeah, making sure to look like someone from high society, like the Count is, but that would be the black sheep of the family because they have horrendous affairs left and right.
So the scandalous level of nobility.
Yeah.
You're bringing... Oh, God, you're bringing... Oh, God, what's his name? Not Beau Brummel, but the Englishman, Regency era. Be mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Byron.
Byron. Yeah, I was going to say Byron? Yes, sort
Byron.
of.
You're bringing a Byron level of nobility to this party.
Mhm.
Okay.
What was that?
They're testing the alarm. So,
Oh, okay. I thought it was a bird.
no. Sorry about that all. I will try and make sure to mute things inappropriately. So you're getting yourself ready. You see, as you like are kind of wandering around the ship, getting things ready, you see Corinne talking to Josephine. You see Josephine leave and run kind of down the hall, and Corinne kind of go and start collecting everything she needs. Josephine, where are you headed?
To find Isaac. I heard puking over the side earlier. Because I was throwing eggshells at the porthole and I saw some stuff fall.
He would currently be at this point on the top of the poop deck, violently vomiting over the side.
I'll go up and I'll pat his back.
That was very kind of you, Jesse.
There, get it all out. You'll feel better.
What? Are you going to the party?
Yes. Corinne says we have to learn how to act right for the party. So you missed the silverware lesson, which you should probably be glad. But she's going to teach us how to dance, or she and Nathaniel, someone's going to teach us how to dance. And I like turn you towards me, like, she says, if we don't behave, she's going to do bad things.
What kind of bad things?
Oh, like spooky evil witch things.
Because when some people say they're going to do bad things, it's actually a good thing.
Not when Corinne says it. Like shadow demons and horrible things, curses.
I just had an idea. If we show up late to the party, we don't have to eat.
Unless dinner is nearer the end. I don't know when dinner is.
I also don't know when dinner is.
I don't know either.
Are we going to be in different clothes?
We're going to dress fancy. It'll be fun. And Corinne is doing my hair, but I don't think that means she will be doing your hair. So I think you just have to get cleaned up. I have to get cleaned up and fancy.
What if we find Ignatius Steele before the party? We don't
I
have to
still
do
want
any
to
of
go to the party. I've never been to a big party like that before. Not
you
as a guest.
Do you think it'll be fun if you have to change everything you're doing?
It could be. I don't know. I've never been.
That's a good point.
Oh, and she said there would be lots of people to meet there. Like gentlemen and ladies.
Ladies, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm slightly in.
All right. We can get dressed up and we can get fancy and we can be best friends squad at the party.
Will you just give me a slight push
Isaac!
over the railing so I can
Oh.
get a bath?
And I will be like, before I do, I need to tell you something.
What?
You weren't here. I'm adopted.
By who?
I have parents now.
No, you've always technically had parents. You
I
just
don't
didn't know.
remember them.
Do you remember the ones you have now?
It's Ignatius adopted me, Don Ignatius.
The man you used to work for, your boss?
Hmm?
Doesn't that seem a little weird?
I don't know. I've never been adopted before.
But imagine if the captain, Turner, whatever she's calling herself now, adopted me. Would that be a little weird?
Then you'd have a mother.
What if you adopted Steve? Would that be a little weird?
Then I'd have a son. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
All right.
Seems like a lot of responsibility.
I don't know how. You need to watch out for this man, Mr. Steele.
Watch out for what?
I mean, doesn't it sound too good to be true? You just don't leave. You know, did he ask you if you wanted to be adopted?
Well, no, because I lost him 2.5 years ago when I joined the crew. Or I was lost.
So
One of
what-
us became lost and separated from the other.
So what you're telling me is anybody can adopt anybody.
I think that's how it works. Yeah, I was adopted and I have a boat and
You have a ship?
yes, apparently.
Do you know where it
We had the
is?
box, we opened it up and it said, "You're adopted" on a piece of paper, and then there was another piece of paper that said, "You have a boat," and then there were more papers. It was a lot.
So what, you just found a random box and it said all that?
Oh no, I went to this orphanage place with a bunch of nuns, and I didn't hit any of them in the face with a brick. And I showed them
Good.
my ring, and they gave me a box, and they said, "This was left by Don Ignatius for you." And I opened it up, and we found that inside.
So was like the papers stamped and notarized and
They were
Official?
very fancy. I couldn't read them, but they looked very fancy. I don't know how to read yet. I can read my name now, but that's it.
That's a start.
Yes.
So is your ship here somewhere?
I
in
have
the
no idea. I
harbor?
haven't looked for it yet. I've been getting ready for the party. I figured I could ask him while we were there.
Does your ship have a name?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my. You want to get ready for a party when you have your own ship somewhere in here.
Well, I like this ship too, and I don't know what I would do as a captain, so.
Think about all the people you could murder. Indiscriminately.
I already murdered a lot of people. Captain says go murder them, and I do. Or you say go murder them, and I do.
What if nobody told you? You just murdered who you wanted.
I only did that once, and that was to save your life.
I do appreciate that.
But usually people tell me to murder people. And then I do.
The Steel Man, it sounds too good to be true. If somebody just gave me a ship and a dad, I would be like, what is going on here?
That's what I want to know, and that's why I'm going to ask him tonight at the gala.
It almost seems like a trap.
Why would he trap me? He's
I
been
don't
looking for me, and we're looking for him.
But he has something that we want. We're looking for a big treasure,
I
right?
don't think he knows that we're looking for the map.
Size of, but he knows he has a map, right?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Suppose that's true. What if he knows that we have the two pieces and he has the one? And
I
he's
don't think he
going-
knows about us at all, otherwise he would have come to get me already. And say, Josie, I'm your dad.
Seems a lot more clever than that.
He is very smart.
Maybe I should talk to the captain a little bit.
If you want to, Captain does want you to take a bath. Like an actual bath, not just me dunking you over the side into the ocean. But you
An
do have
actual
puke on
bath.
you, so... And I just, like...
As a fun,
You
like,
are.
thank you, Josie.
So you see this image in freeze frame of Josie pushing Isaac over the side. A giant
It's one-handed.
splash, one-handed. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward a little bit, as you are all ready for the
Montage?
day, to the full-on shopping montage. Corinne, because you are apparently in charge of this event, you and Nathaniel, how do you plan this shopping excursion? Who do you take with you, and whom do you leave to others?
I think I'm gonna take our captain and Josie. Trust Nathaniel can get Isaac in shape.
I will, before we go, pull Isaac aside, though, once he's back onto the ship and be like, smell like the ocean. And I would like to bribe Isaac with a significant amount of money.
Yes.
Behave tonight. Take the bath, play the game.
Captain, this Ignatius deal,
Sober up too, boy. Like, what? I need you on your best behavior. For a lot of reasons.
I'll consider it. But
And I'm going to hold up the bag of gold and jiggle it, and it's a lot of money. No, this is only if you behave.
all right, or maybe we'll see. But doesn't it? This seems fishy, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I need you on your best behavior. This is if something's not adding up. Something's not right here, and
So what is our plan? We go to this and we say, Mr. Steele, give us the head map, the skin map.
it's a fun way to put it. No, we need to go. We're walking into his territory. We don't know all of the pieces. We have to play his game. That means eating fancy dinner, wearing fancy clothes, dressing fancy dress. However, I know that's not your thing.
Tell me
And I know
again.
I'm asking a lot of you.
Tell
but-
me again about the treasure at the end of this. I need to picture it one more time.
If I'm not mistaken, the amount of treasure here could buy everyone on the crew their own ship with 50 people to crew it, and then still have money left over. That's just the basics. But I need you, not only do I need you to be on your best behavior, but I think I have another job for you.
Me?
Yes.
These normally don't work out.
Jiggling the bag. So, there's a nun
Yes.
that, for some reason,
Uh-huh.
Nathaniel has some kind of weird connection with. And I think perhaps we need to sever those ties. And I think maybe it's possible that you won't
want-
have to stay at the dance the whole time.
You want me to murder a nun?
No. Maybe Josie should do the murdering. Let's just say that she knows some things about me, and I know some things about her from her pre-nun life, and if she's got this much connection to Nathaniel and me, and she made Josie feel bad, which is not a great feeling when a nun makes you feel bad. Not really us. I'm not super a fan of nuns. I just want you to collect her. She might be useful.
Do you want me to bring her here?
Yeah, I think so.
Which nunnery is she at?
The St. Joseph's Nunnery. There's an orphanage, it's a mission church, there's a convent. I try to give him the directions that we got the other day back at him and sort of point him along the way. But you have to start at the dance. Then you could beg off, say you're sick. I don't care. This nun,
I get too drunk at the party and I have to leave.
yeah, that's on brand. That's fine. That's accurate. I've seen you do more for less, basically.
Yes.
I think maybe Josie wants a lesson in what we do when people make us feel jealousies of the heart, and I want to get a little revenge myself for some childhood traumas, and Nathaniel's got some bullshit connection, so we might as well. I want to have a little fun with this nun.
I will try my best.
I pull out a big handful of what's in the bag, and it's a big handful, and I give it to him. The rest is the rest is for later.
There's just a little chibi moment as he kind of grabs all the money he can.
Yes.
And you
That's
realize
quite
this
a
was a
bit.
mistake.
There's a lot of money in this.
So then we have this smash cut montage of Nathaniel kind of appearing behind Isaac to take Isaac off and make him appropriate to be seen with Nathaniel in public at a fine event. I can't wait for this description.
Nathaniel's my chest supposed to be showing this much?
Honestly, Isaac, I don't know. I went through the motions this morning. I suppose I can go through the motions with you. It's just... Isaac, can I tell you something?
Yes. Well, do you want it repeated?
Sure.
To talk away. I am here to listen.
No matter what you do in life, you're going to fail.
But what if you set yourself up really well for success?
Something's gonna go wrong. Maybe years of working on someone is just gonna blow back in your face because you mispronounced the word or slipped up. Maybe
Wait,
this
I've
treasure
been-
you've been hunting all along was nothing but false hopes and empty promises.
Well, everything's a false hope.
I agree with you.
Until you know that it isn't.
We have a whole day to get you ready. Do you want to go grab a drink?
Yes. Yes, I do. I just got some more money from the captain.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm not even sure what it's for.
Why would the captain give you money?
She told me that if I was behaving tonight, I would get more money.
Oh, she's trying to keep you, yeah.
She doesn't want me to make a scene, whatever. Nathaniel, what goes on at these parties? Everybody thinks they're very important. And What's more fun at these parties than down at the tavern?
Well, there are a couple things you can do at these parties, but the fun is very much just fleeting. Have you ever slept with a...
Pig? No.
Okay, I'll start with that question. Have you ever slept with a pig?
I've woken up next to one. So we did sleep next to each other.
Okay, not what I had in mind. Alright. If you manage to sleep with a high society person while
Yes.
their partner is downstairs having a chat with the host, this is just...
Sounds like suicide. What if they find out?
That's the whole point of the fun.
But it almost seems hollow.
It... Just like everything in life, you just... take what you can when you can. That's why
Yes.
we're pirates.
Yes. But what if... What is your pile of treasure, Nathaniel? What's... You have something at the end of the rainbow. What is it?
At this point, I think I'm gonna die a penniless pauper in a ditch.
But what did you spend all your pennies on?
Don't know at the moment. I spent a lot of pennies on someone, and it's just... It was all for naught. Maybe I'm just...
There's always more people to spend money on.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
Why not? There's always more people around doing things.
But this is all fleeting. If you really truly want a person, then they'll disappear because they'll find their adoptive dad in, say, about 12 hours.
Does said person know that you want said person? That you want to spend your pennies on them?
I've spent a lot on that person.
But your pennies, have you given her all of your pennies?
I have given her all of my pennies, yes.
I believe I said pennies, but pennies is fine. But does she give you pennies back?
Well, she gave me booty back.
Yeah, booties, pennies, yeah. Okay, yes. Do you think she places her adoptive dad above you, or?
I don't know, I haven't met the man yet.
Do you plan on... What if the man was out of the picture? Then it would just be you, yeah?
Are you suggesting I kill Ignatius Steele?
If your penny
Because I was
trail-
going to.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to, but I had a much more elegant way of saying it. If your penny trail leads you to this person and her random adoptive dad is in the way, then just remove the dad and your penny trail continues.
You know, you make some sort of twisted wisdom, Isaac. I would rather my trail be laden with guilt, not pennies.
The pennies are a metaphor for finding hope in life, a goal, a non-emptiness. I have many goals. I want to get my mountain of treasure. I want to find the woman of my dreams so that I can be a happy man. Pirating is fun, don't get me wrong. I love being out all night getting rowdy and trying to settle Steve. But that's this penny trail, the pirate trail. I don't think it can go on forever, can it? I mean, sometimes all of us on this pirate ship are just one word, one bribe, one wrong hoisting of the flag away from being blown to smithereens.
It used to be that the risk was what would get my blood pumping.
But what is it now? Is it your penny trail?
I wish it would. But everything is so hard and not in the fun way. When you have all of your hard work dashed in front of you, it's just... it makes one penny trail completely useless. Like tin coins.
Kill the man, Ignatius. That is what I'm hearing. By all accounts, he sounds like kind of a creep anyway. He just adopted his coworker.
That is...
But he did give her a ship. So does that cancel out the
well,
creepiness?
see, that's where I'm See, Steel can just provide her with everything. What do I have? I thought I have a silver tongue. I thought I had a quick wit, and I end up having nothing. I can't even con a nun out of her outfit.
Maybe the nun wasn't good for you. Maybe that prize wasn't in the game. Think of your life as a box. She was just outside of your box. But there's still many things inside of your box that you can go for.
I don't follow.
Say our ship.
Aye.
Our ship.
Aye.
There are people on our ship you care about, yes?
Aye, yes.
Do you care about the nun?
Well, I used to.
Perfect. She's old news. She wasn't good enough for you anyway. She's probably some raggedy old hag anyway. Probably hasn't showered as much as I have. Which is very little.
Alright. Next time I see her, I think I'll let her know she's nothing but a old, smelly hag.
Closure. That's what you need.
Would you... And I assume that we're having this conversation, we're, like, moving about, like, probably walking in Havana.
Yeah, we're probably walking past, like, fancy clothes stores that we're supposed to be going into.
Just skipping them.
No, there's this moment right about that point where you turn, Isaac, and you realize that Nathaniel has led you to the bathhouse.
Oh, no, I was going to lead him somewhere else.
Oh, where are you leading him?
To the convent.
So you're taking him to the convent?
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
the convent.
Yeah, those are the words. Yep, exactly. Oh no.
Sure, I want to see where this
Lord.
goes. I want to see where this goes.
They're gonna come back all bloody. It's not gonna be.
Alright,
All my hard work of bribing Isaac to behave and then go steal a nun is
Someone's
not happening.
Someone's gonna get cursed later on. That's all right. No problem.
All right,
This
Isaac.
all assumes things.
I need your help. You've
Yes.
talked me into this. I need a hype man. Here's the convent. The orphanage. We will go to that nun. And we will have closure.
Do they have wine here?
I have a flask with some rum. I think I'm gonna need half of it.
Yes. The mind is always clearer after a few nips. You really say what you think.
I open my flask and I down all of it.
So you walk into the convent. The large open courtyard, the 2 stories surrounding a number of sisters and habits are kind of moving about quickly with purpose. You do not see Sister Letizia Maria anywhere in sight.
I'm gonna go up to one of the other nuns.
Is that the one? Is that the hag?
No, that's not. That's just a random. She probably doesn't even have a name. Ahoy! Random nun?
The older nun turns around and looks you dead in the eye and goes, "You can refer to me as Sister Mary Ellen.
Good
The
heavens, she's a
sister is
witch.
important, and my name is Mary Ellen. I do believe, however, that you are intoxicated, and you smell. We can help you with that one. It's uncleanliness is next to godliness, you know."
We are not going to stay long. We need to speak. It is very urgent that we find Sister Letitia Maria.
Well, I'm quite sure that you think it would be so, but Sister Letizia is quite busy at the moment and doesn't have time to entertain such vagabonds. I, however, think that it would be quite beneficial for you to redress your behavior and your accoutrement. Also, Sister Letizia is not currently here. You may avail yourselves of our facilities, sir. I'm quite sure you might need it.
No, we're fine. Where is she by any chance?
She's currently
Exact
arranging things with,
location.
having a conversation with her brother.
Oh, good Captain Cousteau.
Indeed. However, she's not currently here, and it's none of your business where she is. It's not in the habit of giving out information about my sisters to young ruffians such as yourselves.
Ruffians, I am Count Esteban de la Cruz. Sister.
And I'm the Virgin Mary.
Oh,
Are you? No. Are you?
No, she doesn't break, but I do. She just stares at you. And she stares deep into your soul, and you have this very unfortunate moment of the entire weight of the world judging you. And you know that it doesn't matter. She knows everything you've ever done wrong. Ever.
Nathaniel, I think I should go pray.
I think we should avail ourselves of this place. Where, pray tell, good Lady Virgin Mary, would Sister Letitia be present at the gala tonight with her brother?
Possibly. I know that I will be there, ensuring that no untoward things happen.
No untoward things will happen at the gala. I can assure you that, because...
But I thought we were going to try to sleep with noble women.
Just shut up.
No. No. A Virgin Mary, that is not going to happen.
She turns to you and just gives you the look.
The next
Nathaniel,
step is the
I
wooden ruler. You don't want that.
Nathaniel, I feel like I am 100 times smaller than I am right now.
I look down at my pants And I look back up at Isaac and I'm like, I'm actually a little bigger than usual, and I don't know why.
This is a very, very odd place. I met the Virgin Mary today. Let's just go get a drink. She'll be there tonight, and then we can call her names there.
Absolutely right. Let's go to the bathhouse.
Yes. But the tavern first.
You think we can bring drinks at the bathhouse?
I'm quite sure you need a bath more than you need more alcohol. You should pray for your sins, child. I'll be praying for you.
Oh, well, do all the praying that you can, good Mother Virgin.
If she prays for me, I don't have to pray for me. Nice.
Thing is if you want to pray for us both, you're gonna pray for your whole life. I have been a very, very naughty boy.
I'm sure you have. The door is that way, gentlemen.
Come, Isaac, let's go bathe and drink and probably get you some clothes to put on your back.
Nathaniel, what was the nun's name again?
Sister Letitz.
That was Leticia.
Leticia
yes?
Maria, yes.
Hmm.
It's Spanish, I think, for Mary's tits.
I don't think that's... let's go for it. Do you think there are many women named Leticia?
I don't know. We could just ask. Hey, you, good lady!
Have you left the convent?
Yeah. We're, like, moving.
Okay.
About.
So there is a younger woman who turns around. She is of Black African descent, maybe Haitian, given where you are. She kind of turns and raises an eyebrow at you.
What is thy name?
Apparently she doesn't have one.
Dominique?
Not Letitia. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Apparently it is an uncommon name.
A very uncommon name.
Nathaniel,
100% of the people that we've interviewed have said that their names weren't Letitia.
I think that you have passed me in sobriety. We need to remedy that.
But I did promise that we would go take a bath. So let's just go take a quick dip. And...
The quicker we bathe, the quicker we can drink.
Exactly. To the bath. Oh, shit. Thank you so much for the $50 donation. Thank you. Uh-oh. We all know what $50 mean. The panel is up. Looks like we have to release the Kraken.
Wait a second. You guys are going to a bathhouse. We just had a scene with a horny nut. Is the Kraken a meta? Is this a euphemism?
Yeah.
I don't know, I was going to take
for
my
a
pants
euphemism.
off, but...
I'm just saying.
It's an event.
Thank you so much. I am scared of the day we're gonna go back aboard our ship. But first...
Yeah, there's like a pirate crew, a kraken.
We killed somebody and left their body in a church.
Several people.
Several people.
Two people.
Several.
And it's a good chance that we're gonna die.
Oh, Isaac.
So I wager we go, like, take a quick... Well, I mean, I don't need to take a bath. I've taken one this morning already. So I will just watch over Isaac as he jumps in the communal baths.
You're not going to get naked with me, Nathaniel.
I could, but I've already taken the time to wax my mustache, comb my hair, put some perfume on, ruffle my chest hair a bit. I don't know if it shows.
Fair enough.
I just going.
Hey, Nathaniel?
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll me a d12?
Oh my god.
Making a roll in a bathhouse. Interesting.
He's a 10.
Cool. Nathaniel, as you push open the door and kind of shove Isaac into the bathhouse, Nathaniel may or may not have made a mistake. You're not 100% sure, but there are a whole bunch of women in this bathhouse who are now suddenly turning and looking at you. Without 10 of them. You know that scene when Aladdin jumps into the harem?
Mm-hmm.
Picture that.
Where am I?
Well, apparently we died in the convent and reached heaven.
Virgin Mary killed us.
Apparently she was a very bloody Mary.
Big ladies, can we help you?
There's a moment of disconcerting, then there's a couple people who kind of side eye, and someone who looks at Nathaniel very closely and just says, "Brother, did you bring us a guest?"
He needs a good scrub down.
Well then. We haven't had a toy in a while. Come back in about an hour and a half.
But he's my drinking buddy.
You know the rules.
Isaac? I was gonna call you Nathaniel for some reason. Isaac, meet me at the tavern when you're done here.
Sounds good.
Bye. And they close the door in Nathaniel's face, and all you hear is this splash. Somebody shoves. The women descend upon Isaac and proceed to make him appropriate to be seen in public. And we pan away from that to the ladies. As Corinne, what are you doing with the ladies?
We have just gotten back from our wonderful shopping trip. We've really had to wear out Steve. Steve had to carry a lot of bags back, but
is it
right
one
now,
of those that the pile of packages is taller than him?
yes.
Yes.
It's an operation in Tetris, and you're not sure how he's still walking, let alone carrying these packages and not dropping anything?
Yes,
I
every so
know
often.
how. He's
Yeah.
my sweet boy, and he's
Yeah.
very strong, and Mommy's very proud of him.
And I think we're getting the three of us getting ready. I'm doing Josephine's hair, getting her stuff ready. So, Josephine, you and Nathaniel, This isn't a paying thing, is it?
Oh no, he didn't want me to give him any money.
He wasn't allowed to take your money anyway on the ship. I guess he's not supposed to sell it to the crew. But it sounds like it's very serious instead.
He's very nice, and I like him a lot.
Yes. Could tell by the way that you were looking at that nun that he was.
She made me
Where-
very angry.
Oh, yes.
I bet.
That's how you know that feeling's real, when you feel like you want to just take a little dagger to whoever they're looking at.
Just a brick. Can I pull out my pocket brick?
Oh, good.
Darling, please put that away.
Yes, you can fit those under the dress. If you want to take any other weapons, feel free. They usually don't check. It's unladylike.
Yeah.
So if you have
Don't
any
worry.
weapons.
There will be many weapons. I am not going anywhere without my pistol.
Now,
I'll put
Just
my
a word.
pocket brick in this pocket, and
Mhm.
I'll put my dagger in this pocket.
yes, just a word of warning. Lovely Nathaniel might be on the job, shall we say, during this thing, and just take it as that. It's nothing
He's going to be
personal.
pirating at the
Oh.
party.
Maybe looking for some booty, maybe.
He may be trying to make a few coin using his particular skill set.
But just know that it is work, and
Yes.
Is that what he does for his other job that you talk about sometimes, Captain?
she was just like, Corinne will just look at the captain like,
I think the captain's just like stone face, like
yeah.
has 100, like is going backwards in like her memory and just going, the number of times we told Nathaniel, like Nathaniel making jokes about, oh, Nathaniel's got a deep dicking going on board.
Yes,
It
like-
seems the Kraken has been
Just like-
released.
it's a-
Like the
it's
things
like
that
the-
we've said on
It's
the
the
ship.
5-minute long montage of like, it's every,
Uh-huh.
it's been a lot.
And it's like,
I've
the
never
number of
said
times
Josie
he's
was
brought guests.
was an intellectual.
it's just like the number of guests he's brought on the ship, the number of times that, we've been docked somewhere and he's been working, and the noises and everything. And it's just like, Josie,
Captain,
you please tell me you knew what he did for his
well,
other
I knew
job.
he was a pirate, and that sometimes he dressed fancy. And has guests.
and has guests that make a lot of noise
Surely the
of satisfaction. They're big fans of the letter O.
It is
And-
the most versatile letter of the alphabet.
Yes, it is.
surely the gilded
I usually
steed-
just tune everything out unless someone's giving me an order to do something.
That is actually not a bad way to handle that. I will admit, I am impressed.
And I think Corinne
So usually Isaac tells me everything that's going on the ship.
Corinne just like tightens like
'cause I
Josephine's
don't
hair
listen.
and just like, Josephine, one last thing.
This makes a lot more sense though.
One noblewoman to another. Your father, as you say.
Yes. Ignatius, Master
Yes.
Ignatius. Should I call him father now? I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
You should wait maybe for him to make a statement first. But speaking of fathers, just because he is yours, take it from me, they don't always have your best interest at heart.
No?
No,
No, not usually.
mine certainly didn't.
But aren't fathers just like a family captain?
No,
Captain of a
fathers
family?
treat you as a way to get ahead in their career most of the time.
Isn't that what captains do? Like, do these things so we can pillage more ships.
Yes, but Josie, if I tell you to do something
I
and
do
you
it.
say don't want to do it, you have the freedom to say you don't want to do it. No one is going to make you.
Yes, and if you don't do it,
Unless it's of a pressing nature and I am insisting, and even then, I will still give you the freedom to voice your opinion. My father does not necessarily believe that, especially ladies, have an opinion.
yes, and certainly if you deviate from that, they might send you halfway across the world to make sure you're not seen.
So you're saying that I can say no to an order.
I'm just saying that
And that I don't have to do everything everyone tells me to do.
You're allowed to do things for yourself.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
that's why we're here.
And Nathaniel certainly does things for himself, for his
Well, yes,
other
you can do
job.
things for yourself, but like, what if someone tells you to do something? You do it, right?
That's up to you. What do you like? You have your own issue in this.
I've never said no to an order or something someone told me to do. So,
Hmm.
this is
Just,
a lot to think about.
just for right now, let's just say that line of thinking does not necessarily apply to fathers.
And
Hmm.
it's entirely possible that your new father will tell you to do something against us, the crew.
Do you rank higher than him, or is he higher ranked than you?
I would be higher ranked than him, I would think.
Certainly.
Regardless, he may make you offers you can't refuse. He may offer you more than I can give you on the crew.
I mean, we are here for one job, to get that map. Let's not forget that. With all
So we do
this
need to get the
I'll
map.
never forget
adoption, we
that.
do need this map.
We need
Speak-
the map.
Speaking of
Do
things
you
that
want me
might
to
come...
ask him about the map, or do you want to do that, Captain?
I think it
Hmm.
best that I be the one to.
Yes. Speaking of things that might come up on the party, what about our lovely French captain? How should we go about that?
Baguette.
I saw that you let him free.
Yes, we came to an agreement on his terms of imprisonment, and he won't insult Nathaniel in public again.
Well, certainly that's for his own health, but what about for the party? Pretty sure it could cause a lot of trouble for us there.
Oh, he knows not to.
Does
Well,
he?
Oh,
If
he
he
does.
does, would you like me to hit him with my
Yes,
brick?
what happens if he does? I know
If
you
he
have
does,
a
then
soft
you can-
spot in your heart for him. Oh, how should we deal with it?
Everybody likes the occasional cheese, do they not?
Yes, but sometimes the cheese goes bad and you have to deal with it, get rid of it.
I would think that Captain Cousteau knows better than to cause a scene in such a public place.
And if that were to happen,
Then I'll handle it.
Good.
Tonight, though, we need to get that map.
Yes.
And I am going to keep the crew on high alert that it's possible that we may get that map
Baby.
and leave tonight.
Certainly.
We may not be in Havana for long.
All right.
All right, so yes. Have fun. Despite everything, ship comes first.
Yes, the ship first. Josie.
She'll offer, like, I think Corinne will offer hand. Ship first. Correct?
The ship is very important.
Ship first.
Ship
I
first.
thought it was
Josie.
crew first.
Crew. Ship.
That is the crew.
us.
The crew, the ship. The crew first. For the Swallow. For those that serve on her decks.
Yes. And by being with us, you know who I deal with. And I would certainly not like for you to get caught up in that.
No, I told Isaac to be on his best behavior tonight.
Yes, I hope.
Oh, I have assurances that he will be.
Mm.
If not,
Well then.
there's solutions for that too. I'd rather not
Well,
go
then
down those
let's-
roads. I like Isaac well enough. I just need him to be
Yes.
safe.
I mean, this.
And-
The reason I have concern is it's not generally his station, but I'm sure he can deal with that.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
Ah, there we go, Josie. Great.
Feels so curly and fancy.
Look
Just
at
don't keep
you.
touching it. No.
Just let it flow.
You think Nathaniel will like it?
I'm certain you'll love it.
Indeed.
So as we pan the camera away from Josephine, like turning this way and that, and the first time she's in a fancy dress with her hair done, looking all fancy, and the three other ladies proceeding out towards the villa and meeting up on the road with Count Esteban de la Cruz and his associate, Isaac, who surprisingly smells a whole lot better. He's been perfumed, washed, his hair done, dressed in a very fancy naval style coat, full ascot, full neckerchief thing, cravat. It's not quite an ascot because it's like 100 years too early. And we follow our crew as they approach, as the sun begins to set, and they walk up to the doors of the villa of Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla. And that's where we're going to take the break for the afternoon. When we come back, we have a fancy party, y'all.
But first, I would like to thank our other donor. We have now busted our $300 goal. So thank you so much for all of your generous donations. It is greatly appreciated. Again, if you wish to donate to the Balefon project and alter the show at the same time, you can use !donate and it'll give you the link for donations. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you again in a few minutes. And we're back, everyone! Hello, hello. We have updated the overlay with all of the nice advantages that the donations have given us, as well as our Release the Kraken, and also the, we have 2 outstanding drink up, which will allow 3 outstanding drink ups, which will allow one of us to regain harm. I would
But
like
as
to
we-
use one right now.
He did get into a duel last time.
How
Would you
many
like to allow
health
him?
was drink up? It's all of it, right?
It's 1 harm.
1 harm? Okay, then I will regain 1 harm out
Okay.
of the 4 that I lost.
Excellent.
And now we
Yep.
have 2.
Now there are still 2 outstanding.
Now it's just time to live
Um,
recklessly.
Time to live recklessly. Very much so. But as you walk up to the villa of Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla, lately arrived from España, you hear wafting through the open doors of the hacienda strings. And for anyone listening, yes, this is the Brandenburg Concerto, and yes, I acknowledge the fact that it's about 30 years early. I couldn't find anything earlier that was available to play. So don't at me. You hear strings playing as you approach the doors of the beyond the gate and into the actual doors of the hacienda, through the entrance into the loggia here. Here you hear music coming from the courtyard here. Large numbers, you see a number of people milling about and dancing. You see your relatively new friend Gabriela Ruiz standing, and introducing people as she's weaving in and out of the groups. There is a servant in livery who stands at the door ready to announce everyone as they arrive, who turns to you all and with a list in front of him, and your name, senor.
Duke, Count Esteban de la Cruz.
Ah, of course. And anyone be announced of your party? Of rank or name?
Yes. Lady Corinne Grace Haley.
Lady Corinne Grace Haley.
Josie, go.
Josefin de Herrera de Sevilla.
Ah,
Yes.
my apologies, your ladyship. I did not recognize you. I will, of course, inform your father that you are here.
Got very fancy.
You look very nice. And associates. By the way, I'm assuming that Steve came with you as dressed in page boy livery, who's kind of doing one of pulling at the collar things, standing.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh, yeah.
In
Steve was given very explicit instructions that he is to follow Corinne's lead as a little servant page boy. And I also definitely bribed him with gold to behave.
Every time he
Well, much
looks,
less than Isaac.
every time he tries to struggle with it, I'll just make eyes. And it's
Yeah, he seems to be mostly, but it's very much this is not what he's used to wearing. He's faking it well enough. Just because I want to know. Hey, Isaac. Roll me a d10. Isaac doesn't seem to be giving any indication that he is... Oh, wait, hold on. That's the wrong one. Doesn't really seem to be giving any indication when you look at him that he's uncomfortable. but there's the moments like he's occasionally jerking his coat place, but they're subtle. They're not really obvious unless you're looking for them. And then the butler stands at the door and, takes the staff and knocks it once on the marble floor of the, standing right here at the door, steps down into the courtyard, where you can see the strings are kind of set up under the colonnade at one of the corners. The colonnades are open, everyone's kind of milling about and going through, and he, jerks the staff down onto this, 3 times onto the marble floor, hopefully not breaking the marble floor, and says, Count, well, before he would do this, he would turn to the Lady Josephine and ask, may I ask who there's this moment of looking at Corinne and then Josephine and then Nathaniel is like, who is escorting whom? Is there a whom is
I think because Josephine doesn't know, so she's looking expectantly at him, and unless someone else intervenes, because there are people who do know things here. She is not one of them.
So is there someone who is escorting someone?
I am.
Okay, that's great. Who are you escorting?
I am escorting a lady, and I motioned to Josie.
Oh, the Donna. Okay, good. All right. Count Esteban de la Cruz is of Hispania escorting the Lady Josefina de Herrera de Sevilla. Then there's a pause as you kind of make your way down the stairs. Then there's Lady Corinne Grace Haley, escorted by Mr. Isaac Brown. Captain... Oh crap, what was your first name?
Renata.
Captain Renata Turner. Sorry. And there's this pause as you kind of begin intermingling amongst the crowd. The courtyard is open, the tall archways kind of face out. A number of people are dancing along the tiled floor of the courtyard. There's a couple chairs and lights and benches set under the colonnades and the big arches that look out onto the courtyard. There's food and wine. A number of people had turned and lightly clapped when the Count and Donna Josefina were announced. You saw Gabrielle kind of turn and look at you and nod towards everyone, and then just kind of slowly make her way out, almost giving the impression that she's looking for someone, probably on her way, if you had to guess, to tell Don Ignatius that Josephine was here. But now you have a beautiful setup.
I think Josephine is just not quite overwhelmed, but definitely huge eyes, just taking everything in, just like a kid at Disney World, just in awe of everything and feeling fancy.
Enjoy it while you can, Josephine.
Wow.
But for me, Isaac, Captain,
Yes.
I have to freshen up. I'll be right back.
Of course, of course.
She'll give you a smile. You know what she's leaving for. She's gonna ask her beloved for aid.
What, are you searching for, then?
I am, once I get some privacy, I am going to take out my book. Just trace a few of the shapes on there and just, beloved, I am here and I'm gonna need your help. It's important that we find the map so we can release you. And I'm gonna use my playbook move of a dark magician on this.
Okay. So you probably move yourself through the colonnade, the like the music room, the dining room. There are fewer people in at the moment. Most people seem to be dancing in the courtyard or, taking the air, and, the living, what they're calling the living room, but it's probably like a big, the dining room is being set up for dinner. No one's seated for dinner yet though. So it could be a quieter place. So for your dark magician, you roll plus Spitfire.
That's fire. All right, that's a 2d6.
You have to spend luck to do so.
Yep. 8.
Ooh, very lucky. On an 8.
Where's my sheet? There it is.
You roll 1d6, and that will determine who comes out, because you don't get to choose, because it's only an 8.
Yeah. All right. That is a 1.
So 1. That means you are visited by Uza. For a scene, you see a warped, twisted creature standing on the shoulders of humans, whose mannerisms reveal the human vices.
Excellent. Oh, thank you. This is exactly like what I wanted. So she'll kind of use this to kind of get a little bit of a better feeling of the people she's dealing with, judging by what she sees on them.
You look around and you kind of gaze at a number of these people, a number of these wealthy individuals who are all here to support the orphans and the convent, and totally not here to nose around at the local rich man who just came back from Spain and, has all the local gossip. They're here for purpose and philanthropy. Sure, right?
Of course they are, but their demons would probably be those little
their
creatures.
demons are telling you something different. A number of people, have very obvious, greed and lust and liars that you kind of could get the impression are lying about, just general life thing, all of the sins of the upper class that you're well used to seeing, right?
Yes. She's done this before, like at parties.
Yeah, you see a couple gamblers moving through, a couple people being put upon by gamblers. You're like, oh, they lose a lot of money, but they can't resist playing again. You look around, you would also, however, see a couple interesting things. You do see Jacques Cousteau. And while you would expect him to be burdened with a vice of, lust or greed or any of these things, it doesn't seem that he has that.
Oh, that's a shame.
Most of it seems that his vice is really not really a vice per se. And you wouldn't even call it a vice. It's more of a... You recognize that level of small demon sitting on his shoulder. It's someone who has sacrificed, has embraced the demon for their perception of a greater good. Usually you see these in people who, you've seen this a couple times in various other people who served Captain Blood, who truly believe that they know that they're doing wrong, but they believe that that's the only way that they can do so to continue to do good. You've seen it a couple times with Captain Blood himself. Piracy may not have been his best choice, but he was declared a traitor, and therefore he embraced. It's that taking in and embracing your vice or your sins per se, and but still using it for something that morally better than not.
Still that good heart.
Yeah, that's still that good heart, but you're killing people. It's a problem.
Yeah.
You look around, you see a couple other people. You notice a small contingent of British Navy kind of standing awkwardly in the corner, being very British and being like, are we actually expected to dance? I didn't, were we told we were expected? Oh crap, we're gonna have to dance. Oh shit, I need to start finding somebody to dance with. You notice Lieutenant Roland Fitzgeoffrey kind of glancing around the area. His vice seems very much of greed, but not greed for money, greed for power and control. You're used to seeing that a lot in the nobility as well.
Yeah, she was probably forced to kind of socialize with people at that station anyway, so she's used to it. From like Navy officers.
You see a couple other people, the standards around. Interestingly enough, when you see Gabriela Ruiz come in, her vice seems to be books, knowledge, intellect.
Oh, that's interesting.
In the sense that, she would, yes, she has a job to do and she apparently does it relatively well, but there's still a compulsion to learn more, possibly above her station.
Yes. I mean, she understands that. I understand what that's like. I think mostly she's looking out for the real dangerous ones, like the ones that are violence and blood, not of the good-hearted.
No. Right now, you turn around, and for most of the people at the party, there doesn't seem to be any of the major vices. You turn and kind of scan. Here's a question: would you scan your crew?
Yeah. She's nosy.
Nathaniel's vice is both greed, but also adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
You're not surprised by that.
Yeah.
He kind of wears that vice on his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac's vice is both greed and alcohol, and low compulsion, self-control. Again, wears his vice on his sleeve. He doesn't hide any of his vices. The captain's vice is lying.
Ooh.
Dishonesty. Occasionally violence, but you definitely get the impression of a level of dishonesty. But again, nothing really aggressive or out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And as you scan Josephine, she doesn't have one.
Oh.
There's no demon on her shoulder.
What is this? Expect to be something. I should pay more attention to Josephine in the future, provided we survive this, but she'll head back to, after that cursey look, we'll head back to the group. Say, I've looked around a little bit. Nothing really out of the ordinary. No assassins, no killers, or in this immediate group. Your Baguette is here.
Oh, I assumed as much.
It wasn't as bad as I expected him to be. It's a shame.
Is it? Does it make it easier to hate him if he's a villain?
No, it's less fun and more fun. Depending on what you want to do. Corrupt the good-hearted, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I see why you keep him around.
I don't keep him around. He just finds us.
Well, you continue to let him survive.
Everybody likes to play with their food from time to time, do they not?
Of course. Certainly do.
Hmm.
Well,
Any
It's not an
signs
immediate
of-
trap, is what I'm saying.
Well, that's something. Any signs of the Count
Not that I could see.
or the Don? Sorry.
I imagine that he'll be making his appearance at some point once everyone has had a little bit time to settle in, have the latecomers come in. But for now, we should probably
Make to dancing and whatnot.
make to the dancing, the socializing, all that comes around with this.
Corinne, one of us should probably. Do you think you would be able to quarter off our dear sweet Don? If need be to.
Oh, I thought that'd be to his lovely daughter.
I want her to, but I'm not
You-
totally sure if she's up to the task of
up
keeping
to
what
the-
we need kept to the vest. You
Oh,
know
of
what I mean?
course. I know what you're talking.
Nathaniel,
just-
do you want to dance with me?
And of course. Anytime.
Wonderful.
And what of you, Isaac? Do you want to give me a dance? I think you owe me something earlier.
Yes, Isaac. Give her a dance.
Yes, I would love to give you a dance because I will talk about it whilst we're dancing.
Yes. It's good. It's good time as any. Let's see what you have.
So what I would like is the 4 people who are currently dancing to roll plus polish.
What the hell is my...
Can I go and just grab Jacques and make for a dance?
Actually, as you go to turn around looking for him, he's standing kind of leaning against a column looking at you and offers you a hand.
Don't be so smug about it.
I failed.
I want to use
He's
my
smart.
advantage on this.
Yes.
You can use your advantage. Josie, you have 2 advantages. You can use one.
I'm going to use an advantage. What's the roll? Sorry, my sister.
I will
My
also
Roll
use
plus
one.
polish.
This will be fun.
Polish. Wonderful. That's a -1. Excellent. Okay.
And I'll spend one of my luck points to just make it an even roll.
Don't have luck still.
Oh, no.
Damn! All right,
unexpected.
Isaac. Just
Okay,
rolling
so-
out there, dancing like a.
Okay, so Isaac looks has
I-
that level of dancing that you get from someone who, you know, may not necessarily expect to be a dancer, but has some capability at it.
I
with the 10,
used to
it
be in the
looks-
British Navy.
Exactly.
Dance.
You had to do this sometimes. You don't like it, but you do it very well. Corinne is uncomfortable because she was not, she was not expecting Isaac to be quite as good a dancer as he is.
Mhm.
And there was this moment of you're attempting to lead, but then you don't. So now it looks a little awkward, but you're making it look okay.
He is also maybe like being a little in the fact that she's bringing her conjuration dancing in there too, which is probably unsettling looking. And she doesn't care.
Yeah, it looks a little weird
Mhm.
as you look around. It's a little sea-sickening because you have all of these other things that are kind of on the
Poor-
shoulder.
Poor Isaac's just trying his hardest, and it's like I'm just like whatever.
Josephine is very enthusiastic with this 8. You look very good. You learned well from Corinne. You did what you were supposed to. It looks maybe not the highest level of dancing that you could expect, but definitely passable.
I'm really into it.
You're really into it. Nathaniel's a little mopey. He's into it and he's paying attention to you, but he's a little down and is not quite off tempo, but like a half.
No,
Some
no, this pains me as a dancer. Oh.
it's not that he's off step, but sometimes
Uh-huh.
he's not really looking 100% where
Yeah,
he's supposed
okay.
to.
Just look at
Not
Isaac
much
just
worse
tearing it
than
up.
offbeat.
Yeah, exactly. He's not offbeat. He's just not making eye contact and
That's
just
as long as he's not offbeat. We're
no. I've averaged the two, it's fine. And Captain, you and Jacques have danced many a time before, with blades and without, and you know each other's movements, one could almost say intimately.
One could, but one will not.
At least not yet. But it definitely, there's a moment of people moving across the room, kind of giving you that side eye of like, you didn't come in and announce each other. They obviously know each other. They're dancing really. You have a couple of the old ladies of society kind of flick their fans open and are whispering behind them about, should we be concerned? Oh no, it's only one dance. It's fine. It's fine. But as you're dancing, what are you doing?
Lady Corinne, I do have something to make you aware of.
She gets close. She's not supposed to, but the mood has gotten to her. Yes, what is it?
You know my associate, Roland Fitzgerald. We met on the ship.
Yes. The Navy man.
Yes, he may or may want you out of the picture, so to speak.
And why would he want that?
Well, it seems that you are the heiress to the family, and he has his eyes on you, and if not you, maybe your sister.
What? My sister.
Yes. If it is not you. And I thought I would just make you aware of it. In my dealings, I kind of came across it a little bit. You didn't hear it from me. I don't know, somebody else told you.
Oh, so if he wants me or my sister, that means he wants the money.
Yes.
And doesn't want dear Cicely. She deserves better than that. Thank you very much.
Do with it what you will. I thought you should be made aware of it in case something happens. I say things, but you've done me a great deal. Also, it's nice to know that they still haven't disowned me despite the years. And hopefully when the time comes, you will not throw me into the depths of hell.
Oh, of course not. I like you right where you are. You have your own things to deal with the ship. You hide it, but you have the similar thing smell that I do. That the world beyond has some touch on you.
Sometimes I'm unnaturally lucky.
Oh, there's more than that. The creature that walks on your shoulder says so. Don't worry.
You know what?
I won't have him do anything. It's okay.
But for the moment, let us finish the song. Enjoy ourselves.
Yes, we should give me... Oh. Come closer. I will show you a dance.
Sounds good.
Yes. And she'll do like a... What probably breaks several things of getting really close. And there's like a look from Corinne that it's like underneath like all that witch stuff, like she has a look of like a lovesick teenager when she looks at you, Isaac. But the way she looks at you, she's not looking at you. She's looking in your general area of existence. But like the eyes don't necessarily meet up as she dances with you. And she smiles. Just
That
a
is-
smile of pure joy.
It's a dope scene.
And as the camera spins away from our scandalous dancers who are actually in contact with one another, that won't happen until the waltz about 100 years later. Right now we're at the Matalot and maybe a minuet. Most scandalous minuet. We pan the camera circles around to Nathaniel and Josephine dancing around one side of the room in a pattern.
My computer chair spun all the way around. I would. Whee!
Might I say,
Quiet.
Josie, you look ravishing in that dress.
Thank you. Corinne did my hair and
Mhm.
probably didn't curse me while doing it and helped me get ready. And I'm glad you like it. I was getting ready with you in mind.
Oh. Well,
We probably shouldn't put this dress on the floor, though it was expensive and I don't think we should get it dirty.
So what you're saying is when we take it off, we might as well just fold it right away and put it away? Or
Yes.
do you not want to take it off as we play around?
I suppose that's an option. Whatever you'd like.
And as Nathaniel is talking, he's also scanning the room for Sister Letitia.
Mm-hmm. And I think after a bit, she's like, "Are you all right? You seem a little sad."
I believe it or not, I had a talk with Isaac earlier.
He's very good to talk to.
He is surprisingly well spoken for an inebriated man. He told me about closure, about something I need to do for my penny trail.
I don't know what those two things are, but I support you in it.
The penny trail is what leads you to what you want in life.
That's interesting.
Yes, and I apparently have set out too many different trails in my life, and I need to find some closure.
So you don't have too many penny trails to follow.
Exactly.
I don't think I've ever had a penny trail. Well, maybe one.
Where did it lead?
To you.
I'm honored. I thought your trail would have led you to Ignatius Steele.
I've never really wanted anything before I met you. So,
Well, that changes my whole penny trail.
not in a bad way, I hope.
No, no, absolutely not. You are very dear to me, Josie.
I think she gets a little bit of color. Like maybe more like a heat, like her hands get warmer as you do the hand touch and pass, rather than visibly. She's wearing a red dress, so it'd be hard to tell. Like, I like you very, very much.
Will you leave on your ship then?
wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions I want to ask Master Ignatius. I'm confused about some things, and I think he will have answers for them.
I too am confused about a few things.
Spending a lot of time with the crew and you after the past 2.5 years I've learned so many things, and it's led to a lot of questions.
Such as? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, and she thinks about it for a second. She goes, I have certain questions about how Master Ignatius and I started to work together. I don't remember a lot before that, or anything really. So I have questions about that. And, oh, and I was talking with Captain and Corinne today while we were getting ready, and I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not the smartest person. I have been told, and I only today really figured out what your other job was besides being a pirate.
Oh, I thought I made it very clear what my other job was, but
I've been told I am very slow.
well, you're a very fast learner, so I doubt you would be slow.
I've learned a lot. And my question for you, most of them are for Ignatius, but I did have one question for you. Your customers, I think the captain said, do you feel about them the same way you feel about me?
Not at all, my dear.
How do you feel about them? As the brick sways in my pocket.
I see it as a puzzle. See, it's all a matter of how much money they give me versus how much work I'm going to put out for them. Now, I need to know what each person wants. Some of them are very forthcoming. Others are a little more tough to crack. But at the end of the day, my customers have to have trouble walking when we're done.
But you don't like them.
Not the same way I like you.
Okay. Because I really wanted to punch that nun in the face with a brick earlier, and the captain told me no. She said I was jealous. I'd not been that way before, so.
Oh. Nah, she is past. She is part of the closure I need to have after the discussion.
I could hit her in the face with a brick if you want.
Well, if we see her tonight, I assume she's going to be here. After all, that nun is Captain Baguette's sister.
Well, they are both French, I guess, so that would make sense.
Is she there?
You've been looking.
You have not seen her at all.
Okay.
But I will say, sir, that rejecting your pursuit of conning a nun out of her habit and confirming your romantic relationship to Josephine does seem like character growth to me.
I will take it.
I mean, like, I definitely feel like that seems like character growth. And you can remove that moping. trait tag.
So, Josie. what
But
do you-
as you're waltzing,
Oh,
you do hear the staff bang twice more on the ground. And the announcement of the arrival of Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla as he proceeds through the center of, stands artfully in the center of the colonnade for a moment and then walks into the center of the room and begins greeting guests. Seems very much both well on terms with everyone that he's meeting, knows people's names, doesn't have that level of working the room that he doesn't even have to pause to check to see check his mental list of who's who. Really smooth. Again, he's slightly older, 40s, maybe 50 at the outside. If he's 50, he's very well preserved 50. That black handlebar mustache and small goatee, black hair with just the slightest hint of salt and pepper at the sideburns, full, very expensive ornamentation, wearing a number of rings and seals. He is not, however, embraced, you've seen a number of people like this in the English court. He would be wearing a wig even in this hot weather. He is not that level of perfectly put together, but just slightly still somehow different. Most people, the music doesn't stop, but a lot of people turn and do that polite clap as he comes in and begins working the room. Corinne, do you kind of stop and look? You would see his demon is large.
Mm-mm.
And it is... You've seen demons of power or greed or even violence before.
Yeah.
This is all of that and more.
Yeah. Her expression goes
And-
from just drops, she's eyes wide, she looks a little afraid, when she sees.
The closest thing to a demon like this that you've seen before is your beloved, or at least the
Oh.
glimpses of him that you've gotten.
Oh no.
This is a person who doesn't need to speak loudly to command a room. He just commands a room.
Does on a side thing, does he get the hint that he can do the same thing to me?
Why don't you roll size up?
Yeah. All right. That was,
That is...
or that he's actually doing it. This is
that's
paranoia.
roll plus vinegar.
All right. Oh, it's just a nice even. Nope. Too scared. Too startled by it.
Yes, you feel... You are so startled by this that you feel your spell drop.
Mm-hmm.
You lose that control that you had over the spell.
Mhm.
Shocking.
Do I
He's
feel anything?
smiling.
Do I feel anything from my beloved?
No,
Yes.
it's almost shockingly quiet.
Oh, that's. She'll try and get behind Isaac when she has that realization.
Isaac, Corinne is trying to hide behind you.
She looks scared. She looks scared.
Corinne, is there something amiss?
Just stand there. You know all those things that I say around Steve. You.
Yeah, but
Josephine.
you're joking about all those, right?
I am
You don't
not
actually see
joking.
demons.
No. That man has a power to him that I am scared that we cannot overrun, that I can't. I have power, but that man has something else. He'll act normal and hot and just look normal. We don't want to get his attention. or you and the rest of us will be dead.
Let us go get a drink. Off to the side.
Is everyone looking in that direction, or have they gone?
Most people are looking at him.
No, just look ahead. Do what everyone else is doing. We don't want to think anything's amiss. Do it like your life depends on it, because it does, Isaac. You're away from the ship, and it can't save you here.
Looking ahead.
Don't look, but don't look.
Looking, but not looking.
Yes.
I mean, he's working his way across the room, so the music has kind of picked back up. Some people have started, as he's like kind of crossing the courtyard.
Yeah.
The people behind him have started to start dancing again or intermingling. He's stopping at different groups. He stops next to the captains Turner and Cousteau, and kind of claps a hand on Jacques' back and smiles at him and, asks for an introduction. And Jacques very politely introduces his friend, Captain Renata Turner. And this is Don Ignatius de Herrera de Sevilla.
Don Ignatius, your reputation precedes you.
Quite well, I hope.
Oh, exceedingly so. This is rather quite an honor.
Well, I'm glad you could join us for our little charity event for the orphans. Your family trades in sugar, does it not?
They do indeed. That is part of why I'm here, was potentially getting involved in more philanthropic pursuits. Amassing wealth is one thing, using them for good causes is another, and so that is why I'm here.
Yes, after you amass your wealth, you need to make sure you use it for the good of mankind and help to lead them to the right paths.
Yes, exactly.
He'll spend a couple more minutes, moments of, polite chit-chat.
Yeah, I'm absolutely trying to be as, charming and deferential as possible to this guy. I want as much of his good graces as I can acquire.
So why don't you roll me plus polish to see how good you are at this?
This might be a good moment to use one of my advantages, even though I don't have bad polish. All things considered, my stats are pretty
it couldn't
level.
hurt.
I think it would be to my. But
with an 11, he is very impressed. You do fabulous. You are perfectly polite. You do everything that is entirely correct. He seems not to, in any way, shape, or form, react negatively to you. As he kind of, slowly moves through the groups of people, greeting others as he does. He comes across Isaac and Corinne and takes this moment to say, Lady Haley, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And yours too. And she's kind of half shielded behind Isaac, and she is gripping his arm. It's Isaac can probably feel her her nails dig in. She's also not necessarily. It's customary for Corinne to kind of just stare at someone for too long. She is averting her gaze. She's not looking at him.
So here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You're hiding behind Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac has a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac's weakness is that he's socially awkward.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Isaac, you have a choice here. You could attempt to roll plus polish to see if you can have that social success and overcome your weakness. Or you can stand your ground and in face of your compel and spend bond, probably with Corinne, to, avoid making a scene with your social awkwardness.
I will try to overcome my socially awkwardness.
So that means you're rolling plus polish?
Mm-hmm. Wearing just casual -2. I'll
Cool.
spend my last luck point, making a -1.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to spend some bond or something?
Don't know, I got this. Heart of the dice.
Okay.
Totally.
Mm.
With a 5, however, you are not socially polished. I mean, Corinne, you are overwhelmed and terrified of, overwhelmed and slightly terrified of this man, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, you're still going, oh my God, did he really just do that? Like, he called the dude, by a nick, it's like, he goes like, hey, my man, what's up? Kind of level.
Oh no. Does he, is it his name?
Sup, dude, Steel?
Yeah. Oh no.
And you're just like, oh shit, now I remember why I don't let Ignatius do these kind of things. Or let Isaac do these kind of
Yeah,
things.
like
right now.
she's too freaked out, like at this point. Like it could have.
Yeah, it's like you can't do anything about it now, but you definitely see that this is
Mm-hmm.
not
She'll
great.
remember this once the moment's
She-
passed.
You will remember this. Isaac, Ignatius doesn't seem to react to that. He's just kind of very polite, keeps going, smiles. He's very courteous to Corinne, but kind of still polite to you, but if you want to know more, you can roll size up.
Sure. Yeah. I'll try that.
Which is basically the human perception roll in this game.
Is that vinegar?
Yep, roll plus vinegar.
Oh my god.
Nope, you have no idea what this guy is thinking.
XP.
I get so much XP this session, I think.
He kind of makes his excuses and leaves you to your moment as he kind of crosses the dance floor. And Nathaniel, you would notice, because you are that kind of person who works a room. I mean, it's what you do. It's part of your job. That even though he's not, it doesn't look like it's obvious, he is definitely intending to make his way to you and Josephine. And he slowly kind of, he's not being rude to anyone, but you see the trajectory of his path will lead him to you and Josephine.
Just for fun, can I bring Josephine around the dance floor to extend his walk?
Are you trying
Let's
to
get
make,
a drink. And I'm like, okay.
Are you trying to make this look like you're, trying to make this look like you're not doing that, or are you trying to be obvious?
No, I'm trying to be, not obvious at all. It just, it so happens that we're dancing this way, and then Isaac's gonna not Isaac, but Steele's gonna have to talk to more
Josie,
Oh,
people.
let's get some refreshments
Yeah.
over at that
Like,
table.
are you trying to move closer to us, the people he's already talked to, so that way he has to loop?
Yeah,
Get
basically.
back.
Basically.
Okay.
I'm just making him waste his time.
Roll hoodwink, please.
Yes, Hoodwink is with Polish.
Yes.
Alright. And can I use my bond with Josie to do that?
Yes, you can. You get +1. Well, I mean, technically, she's supposed to give it to you.
Oh, give it to me, Josie.
Wow.
right here?
Party.
All right.
So, then
So
it's
much
just a
for the
+1.
romance.
I think if you were like, let's get some drinks over here, Josie would be like, all right. Like, she wouldn't quite get what you're trying to do, but she'd be
Mhm.
down for it. Anything you want to do, she's cool with.
That would be a 12.
On a 12, you succeed, and there are no negative consequences. You work your way around the room. You're good at working a room. You move, it's synchronized.
What do you think of this wine?
It's really, really nice wine.
Looks good.
But eventually, because you're not trying to avoid him forever, right?
No. When, I don't want to exasperate him,
Yeah.
but just a little. Just so, he was going one way to get to us, and then we move, and he's like, oh, fuck, I have to, blah, 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 niceties. Okay, where are they? Ah, shit. Niceties. Just...
So an extra 10 minutes later,
I think 5 minutes into that 10 minutes, she notices that he's heading this way. And she's like, and I think she'll get stand a little closer to Nathaniel because she's a little nervous.
So Ignatius comes up to the two of you. He turns and in flawless Spanish, which I do not have.
No, I don't have any, so.
Neither do I. French and Italian, not Spanish.
German.
In flawless Spanish, he greets you very formally as Count Esteban de la Cruz. It's a pleasure to see you here. I'm so glad you could attend our little soiree. Don de la Cruz.
Don Ignacio, it is an honor to be at this gala tonight. May I present you my companion?
Yes, my dear Josephine, it is so good to see you again. I've been missing you.
It has been a very long time, Master Ignatius.
I am so glad you fell into such well-appointed company. Someone to take care of you while I was unfortunately away. But I have been looking for you, and now I am glad that I have found you. Thank you, Count de la Cruz, for taking such good care of my Josephine.
And Nathaniel would notice that almost like a 180, Josephine has gone from being, her normal bubbly self to pretty demure as soon as the dawn approached.
He also, if you want to know about him, you would have to roll size up. Anyone who wants to.
I'm going to try sizing him up, even
I
though
think it would
that's
be a
with
good idea too, so I
vinegar.
think I'm going to
I
as
think
well.
Josephine will as well, but just because she wants to get a read on him, she wants to make sure he's not mad at her. Size up is Spitfire?
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Okay, same thing for me, so.
So let's see. We've got a 10 from
Myself and the captain.
Nathaniel, 8 from Josephine, and a 10 from the captain. Okay, with size up, you get, on a hit, you get 2. On a 10 plus, you get to ask 2 questions of those on that list. On an 8, on a 7 to 9, you get to ask 1 question, and they can ask 1 question as well. And it's answered correctly.
You get 2 questions.
Let me just open the book.
I get one and he gets to ask me one. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Not hoodwink. We're talking about size up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Don't
How
go.
is he actually feeling?
Feeling he is glad to see Josephine. He is glad that she is back. And he seems to have, when he looks at you, and he knows you are not Count Esteban de la Cruz. And he wants to call you something else, but he doesn't.
He's being
But
polite.
it's not like the times you've felt like somebody was going to, insult you and call you a whore or a courtesan or catamite or any of the other insults for your profession. That's not what you're getting off of him. This is like he has a name in mind that he wants to give you, but he's keeping with the thought that you have given.
I've been sleeping with your daughter a lot.
He's not even, it's not like he wants to insult you. It's like an actual...
Yeah. My second question would then be, what aces does he has up his sleeve?
He knows how to get Josephine to leave. Also, this is his space and he has total control over this room. And not just, the security guards that you would expect or the locks on the doors.
Mm-hmm.
You would also probably guess that there's something slightly supernatural about his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
You've spent time with Corinne before. He has some level of, and you've kind of seen a little bit of things that he's got going on, but he has, you're pretty sure that he has some abilities that are not mortal in nature, shall we say.
Okay.
Although he definitely has immortal powers as well.
And did everyone see what went on when he greeted me and Isaac?
Yeah, I think that if Nathaniel was paying attention, you would have seen the fear that Corinne gave off. And you know Corinne. You know that she doesn't fear a lot. There are very few things she fears. Then Josephine, did you have a question?
Yeah. I think that Josephine's question, it's off of how are you actually feeling towards
you can tweak it a
her
little
and
bit.
Nathaniel. Yeah, like she wants to know if he's feeling angry towards her at all, and how he's feeling towards Nathaniel, because she likes Nathaniel a lot, and that's probably very obvious. Because whenever he says "Thank you for taking care of her," she looks over at him fondly. So,
he seems very happy to see you.
okay,
He is not angry at Nathaniel. He definitely seemed, when he said he is happy that you were taking care of my Josephine, that seemed very factual.
okay,
But there's this hint of distaste for Nathaniel
mm-hmm.
that you've seen a couple times when Ignatius had to work with people of a class or group that he did not care for.
Gotcha. Yeah, she knows him decently well, so
Yeah.
that would be her. How is he feeling about them?
He doesn't seem to be mad or angry
Okay.
or upset.
He's not
happy
mad,
to
just
see-
disappointed. No, I'm kidding.
He's not even disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. That she feels a little relieved then.
Yeah.
She was worried.
Captain, did you have a question you wished to ask about the good Don?
I got two, which is great for me because so I think one of the main things I'm trying to size up is what exactly is Ignatius' goal of
Hoping you'd ask that question, Captain.
Oh yeah, no. So I have my two are very express purposes. So the first one is what's his goal?
His goal right now seems to be get Josephine back.
Okay, so he wants Josephine back. And we get the sense that there's probably not a whole lot that he won't do or is unable to do to get her back. And my other question is, how could I get him to give me the map? I mean, if that means I don't care what it takes to get this map. I have a feeling that I am not going to be able to kill him to get it. I want.
You're almost positive that he would not give it to you of his own free will for anything. You would have to take it in some manner.
And I don't get any sense of like a weakness or anything that would sort of or like where he basically I don't get a sense of what it would take to take the map from him.
No, you don't think that you could bargain with this person.
Yeah.
That there is nothing that you could give him for which the map he would sacrifice the map. Does that make sense?
Not even Josephine?
You're almost positive that he doesn't. No, there is nothing in your power that you could give him.
No offense, Josie, I love you, but you know.
Captain.
We need this map. I think I kind of want to undercut the tension a little bit and try to get Nathaniel
He gets a question on me. Oh no.
Oh, that's true. He does. I think I'm going to try to suggest to Nathaniel to like give them the space because like I need him to know that like we might be out of our depth.
As he turns back to Josephine. Hold on, I was checking a thing. Sorry. He kind of smiles very kindly at you, and he says again in flawless Spanish, and says, Countess Ivanov, would you excuse me? I would love to dance with my daughter. And doesn't really wait. Leads a hand out to Josephine, very politely, fully expecting you to take it.
Mm-hmm. She'll take it. But with her other hand, she'll give Nathaniel a little reassuring squeeze of his hand as she gets led onto the dance floor.
And as he turns away from you, Nathaniel, with Josephine's hand in his, you notice that he's not leading her to the dance floor, he's leading her to the colonnade. And over his shoulder, he says, thank you, in perfect English. Thank you, Mr. Ashforth. I really appreciate you bringing back my little Yafasheli. Come. And like that, Josephine's eyes go dim. And she walks and follows Ignatius off the dance floor, through the colonnade, and the door closes behind the two of them.
Daniel.
Nope, I'm giving myself a weakness.
And on that, we end for the afternoon.
I now have the weakness Vengeful.
I was prepared for that one.
I might have a weakness probably as well.
I mean, you can take the weakness anytime you want. I love this
Yeah.
part.
Oh, which one? Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Yep.
Well then. Not another game goes by where I don't use a secret name, right, Quentin?
Another game, another secret name.
Yeah.
Now, admittedly,
Didn't know
You just never
Nathaniel's
intro-
last name.
No, it's
Nobody
yeah.
knew Nathaniel's
I
last
never
name.
hit it. Nobody asked. So
Nobody asked.
That's bad.
I don't think
That's
it
bad that he knows
matters.
that. That's not good. That's not
I
good.
don't think it ever mattered to us, but it matters that that dude knows it.
yeah, I'm I could have also never set fire to that freaking plantation. I would have lost Josie, but also this dude wouldn't be out walking about.
You make that assumption.
Yeah, something tells me it would take more than just a plantation to trap this.
I mean, I would let the whole world burn if I could get Josie back.
Oh, I didn't know this stream was sponsored by the CW.
So, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all of you who hung out in chat. Thank you to everyone who donated, everyone who followed. Thank you so much on behalf of the Bail Fund Project for all the money that we raised today. We are raising funds all throughout the month of June, so feel free to stop by and donate, or let your friends know if they are looking for a place to donate. They can come here and donate whenever we have streams. We're streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Tuesdays, we're playing The Witcher, our sister show with Tales from the Grim. So if you want to see the other part of basically what happened between Season 1 and Season 2 of the Tales from the Grim show, is what is happening on this channel every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Thursday, we play... what do we play on Thursdays? Magical Girl! Sisterhood of the Magical Blade. It's our anime Magical Girl inspired game of OVA, so stop by for shenanigans and very exhausted ancient evils that were trapped in soda cans. And then on Friday, it's our Season 2 of Cyberpunk, and that we premiered yesterday, and then come back next Saturday for some more Black Flag. I am Simon at Wandering DM. You can find me on all the streams I just mentioned. And let's go around the table, tell us who you are and where we can find you. And if you have anything to plug, go right ahead. Let's begin with Isaac.
So I would like to size up the fates, and I want to know what's your goal here. What's going on here? Anyway.
Roll with disadvantage.
Oh. No, I just don't want to stop playing because it was like. Simon, everyone, thanks again for letting me play. I can't wait till next time. And yeah, I have nothing going on. Come here next Saturday to see what the heck's going on, because I want to be here next Saturday to see what's going on, so you should too. Pass it on.
Definitely. Captain.
Yep, that's me. Oh, Captain, my captain. I'm Xander Slamilton on Twitter and Twitch. I've got nothing to plug. I just want it to be the next game. I want to know what's happening next. I don't want to stop playing. And also grateful for all of you. This is so much fun every week.
Josie.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. I'd say can't wait for next week, but I won't be here next week. So I can't wait for the week after next. Oh, I can't wait to watch y'all next week. Let's say that. I'm going to get home next Saturday evening and be like, and just live tweet or live Discord chat everything that happens.
You're gonna get home and you're just gonna be like, yeah, everybody made new characters. They died.
Josephine just
killed
murdered everybody.
All of them.
Oh man, that would suck. But you can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. You can find me on my own channel on Mondays and Tuesdays. We had Aliens last night. You can find me on Wednesdays on Tales from the Grim on our Witcher campaign that I'm in with Deidre. That is, running concurrently pretty much to Simon's Witcher game, so that's pretty fun. And just follow me on Twitter for other stuff. There's gonna be Teenagers from Outer Space soon and all sorts of fun shenanigans.
Up next is Corinne.
Oh God, I can't wait for next week. We went here so like, yeah, we're gonna take this, and we're like, oh no, we shouldn't be here. This is all bad. But I can't wait. I love everybody here. It's gonna be a long wait till next Saturday. But yeah, I'm Shauna Flying Cirrus on pretty much everything. Instagram. I have my games I play out the week, and the art that I do. And next time you'll see me is I will be GMing on Encounter Roleplay on Tuesday, Last Horizon Coriolis game, and I am setting them up for the last big push for that campaign. We're at the halfway point, and scary stuff is going to happen to them next time.
And last but not least, the Fates.
Well, I hope everyone had fun. I hope we're all okay. But as for me, hey all, you know me. I'm at Dirtron on Twitter, Praxagorth as Meophoria, as you see me around on Twitch. And I can't wait. We have 3 more episodes of this run of Black Flag. There are things that have been building since Session 0 that are finally getting dealt out in order.
Yes.
I'll give you this one small hint. If you can figure out what the language that Ignatius spoke to Josephine, that could be a really important thing. Just saying. Throwing that out. But other than that, you can find me on Twitter, and you can check out the games that I'm in. You can find me on Wednesday over on Tales from the Grim for some Witcher fun, where we run quickly via a portal. That is the plan. Run quickly via portal, not here. We don't want to be wherever we currently are. And then my channel, we're reading through all of the Aeneid. We're going to start book 6, probably Tuesday. All the fun things that are going with that. You can come listen to me be geeky and nerdy discussing reading epic Latin poetry in translation. Don't worry, it's all in English. And discussing the themes and commentary and, all these great things. And you can find me back here on Thursday for Sisterhood of the Magical Blade, and Friday for some Cyberpunk, and then back here Saturday as I get to have some more fun. Someone gave me a Kraken. I get to have that too.
I mean, I also gave Josie a Kraken, but...
And there it is, everybody.
Yeah.
There it is. The summary of this
That
game.
mean
so
Nathaniel
far.
has tentacles?
Oh, you bet.
Well, we know he's grabby.
So on that note...
That's me.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Let's see if we can't raid someone over on another channel. Who's
Tall Squall's
doing
live.
something? Tall Squall's live. Let's
Look.
go raid Tall Squall.
Yes.
He is currently
Fantastic.
playing D&D, and oh my
Tall.
god, I haven't talked to Squall in forever. So let's go say hi, spread the love, and enjoy another D&D game. So on that note, we will get going. Ciao, everyone. Have a good Saturday. Bye-bye.